Aquarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early December 2021. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get this show on the road, shall we? We're going to start with a couple of oracle cards here just to test out the energy before we fully get underway. So my guide, spirit team, talk to me about the beautiful Aquarius collective in early December. Let's see what we got for you, my friends. And yeah, we're just going to look at these first two cards real quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'm going to pull a bonus spread with the Shadowland Tarot just to see what type of shadow work you might want to lean into in this time. And those spreads have been very interesting, so there's much for you to think about and consider. Let's get it going, though. As always, only take what hits for you. You know the deal. Okay, so we have this big want for movement and action. I like it. That's a powerful energy. That's an energy of like the motors revving up about something, so I like it. And a complete opposite. So Aquarius, I find this extremely interesting that right here in the very beginning of the spread, we have like complete opposite energies. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'm going to be speaking about the December subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. But into the reading we go. As I was saying with this first card, it's like the strong feminine figure pointing off in a certain direction, wanting to go there, revving up the engines, wanting to get something going. Like, this is where I want to go. This is what I want to do. It's like that heavy motivation. That's that wand type of energy to me. Interestingly, as we move over to the next one, this lady is asleep. All right, she's literally sleeping. Now, that's not what that card means to me, but I just find it interesting how we have that mixture of like go, 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 stop. It's that stop, go, hot, cold type of vibe we're picking up here right in the front. Now, aside from that want for action with that first card, this card to me, aside from rest, taking care of oneself, recuperating, is a big card of assistance and spiritual assistance in general. I like to call this the helping hands card. You see the hands around that woman while she's sleeping. So it could be spirit helping you on your journey, guiding you in a certain way, certain direction. It's very nice and loving, but in this time, people might be asking you for help. You might need assistance from other people as well. So it makes sense. But I just really find that funny how we have like the motors revved up, the motors running to someone who's literally sleeping right next to it. Like, that's one of the most unique oracle messages I've seen in a while. So let's get into the reading itself. I wonder if the reading is going to be like that as well, because I know it was like that for the Libra reading, where there was like a lot of stop and go or opposite energies going on. But we're going to get into tarot now. Let's shuffle it up one time. We'll get you 3 in the upright and intuitively clarify as always. So what do we got for my beautiful Aquarius friends, please? Now, the last couple of weeks, the readings have been a little dicey. Last week's reading was titled Beware of This Person. So hopefully you haven't had any dicey individuals in your circle. Hopefully nobody's been trying to cross you in any type of way. The week before that was an emotional warning. So you may have been feeling a little emotionally volatile. But of course, this could be people in your life as well. So we're hoping for a more positive result this week, my Aquarius friends. We're going to see what we got. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be different. We have the 9 of Wands in position number 1. Somebody who's a little guarded, protective possibly. We got the Queen of Pentacles in position number 2. Interesting. So yeah, a completely different flavor from last week. Let's get one more here for Aquarius, please. All right, yeah. 8 of Wands, and you're going to have a bonus too. So that Wands type of energy is showing up here heavily with the 8 of Wands on the back end, and we have the 2 of Cups as your bonus, your interpersonal relationships. That card's just absolutely gorgeous in this deck. So we're going to talk about some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into the juicier intuitive stuff as always. But I find it interesting how this energy is so vastly different from last week. And yes, we still have to clarify and stuff, but let's go through it here. 9 of Wands, classically, is a bit of a guarded energy. It's a protective energy. It's somebody who's putting a wall up. So you might be a little skeptical in this time. You might be trying to protect yourself, because this is an energy of somebody that's been through some mess and they don't want to be through it again. Okay, it's a little bit of a clamp down and skeptical type of energy to me for sure. Okay, some of you might be having communication issues, but it's interesting that on either side of this Queen of Pentacles, if we're talking communication, we have one that's like super guarded and blocked off, but one that's like fully open with the 8 of Wands. Now, the Queen of Pentacles could represent an earth sign in your life. You pick, whether it's a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. If that's not it, this could be mother figures, older feminine figures. This is similar to the Empress in a way, so I see this as a very positive card, an extremely stable card, an abundant card, if it's not a person in your life. So this could be something very good coming in for sure, depending on what clarifies it, because I see the Empress energy as the energy of blessings. So it's really nice. So on the back end, we have the Eight of Wands, and you know that's one of the fastest moving cards in tarot. It's like usually depicted as 8 arrows just bursting through the sky. You see in this deck, there's birds, so it can speak about communications, messages, back and forths, stuff like that. So that could be very important. Some sort of communication or talk could be extremely important here when this shows up. But it could also just be action in general. So I'm really excited to see, and I like the fact that this deck has the planetary symbols on it. That one has Mercury, and you know that's what that's all about, getting your point across. Now, over here, as your bonus card, the Two of Cups, you already know what this could be. It could be about your partnerships in general, like people around you. All twos in tarot could be decisions, crossroads, going left, going right. But the Two of Cups is a good card of partnerships, smooth-going partnerships as well. It could be about soulmates and twin flames. I don't just want to corner it into that meaning. But this is a good, smooth, easy-flowing type of energy. So I want to see what we have for you. It's definitely a different vibe from last week. So we're going to dive deeper. We're going to jump in and clarify. So let's shuffle it up one time here for the beautiful Aquarius collective, please. Let's see what we got for my friends. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. We're going to go in on this Nine of Wands. Okay, and that's why this box is here as well. If you read tarot yourself, please feel free to share any messages you're feeling down in the box in the comments. Because I do not mind, my friends. There are limitless ways that we can interpret these cards. Seriously. So let's see what's up with this Nine of Wands. Why is it here for Aquarius? Okay, thank you. Wheel of Fortune, beautiful. Yeah, some sort of big change or shift is inbound for sure. Absolutely, because with this Nine of Wands, if it's not you being protective, if it's not you putting a wall up or another individual, it's a very planted, immovable type of energy. The Wheel of Fortune, especially in the upright, is a beautiful card. Sure, it is karmic, so it could be a karmic shift or karma shifting things in the background. But under this Nine of Wands, the way it is feeling to me energetically is something uprooting, something changing and shifting in a big way. Okay, now I know that's a general message, but that's just the energy it's making me feel. This is a general reading. If something has been constricted, if you've been feeling constricted, if life has been heavy in general, you can expect some alleviation of that. The Wheel of Fortune, I always say when that shows up in a reading, you might want to play the lottery. It's a beautiful type of energy, but it is the energy of karma shifting. Karma meaning the universal matrix code that runs this reality. Okay, that was a mouthful. But we're going to keep it moving. Of course, it could mean other things, something really nice coming in, some good change, good shift. I feel like it's a change for the better, so that's nice. We're going to see what's up with this Queen of Pentacles. I like that. And it could even be like sudden as well, because the Nine of Wands is so rooted, and then the Wheel of Fortune is like so powerful. So it could be some sort of sudden change, sudden shift. Let's see what's up with that Queen. It just keeps drawing me back to it, even though I'm trying to like move on through the reading. Okay, yeah, we got the Page of Pentacles in reverse, so more communication showing up here. And yeah, hopefully some of you aren't going through like some family drama, because for some of you that could absolutely be it. But when I see the Page of Pentacles in reverse, I get somebody who's like quiet, like lips zipped, sealed, like I'm not talking to that person. Like that's the vibe this is giving me. Now, of course, it could still be like communication and talks could be at the forefront of this reading as a whole. But just under this Queen of Pentacles, she can be stubborn, she can be grounded, immovable. And with this page, this student, this messenger in the reverse, it's like, all right, I'm going to hold my stance. Like, all right, this is how I feel. That's how I feel, and that's how it's going to stay. Like, I feel like this is somebody who is immovable, not changing their mind, and just not changing point of view. On an intuitive level. Now, of course, it could be other things as well. But we're going to see what's up with this Eight of Wands. I don't feel like it's anything treacherous. It's heavy earth energy right in the center of the spread. So although we have like that sudden shifting karmic energy in the beginning, right here, there might be somebody very stubborn around you, or you might not be wanting to speak to somebody. Let's see what's up with that Eight of Wands. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow work. And just like all the other air signs, this has been a mixed bag. Thank you. Okay, yeah, a lot of court cards here. We got the King of Wands in reverse under this Eight of Wands. Okay, so hopefully you're not having issues with the fire sign. For some of you, that could be it. There's a lot of fiery energy. There's a lot of explosive energy in here in general, especially on the extreme ends of this. Now, the fact that there's a king, queen, and a page, it makes me think of family units. We do have the bonus card with the Two of Cups, which is partnerships. So in this time, you're going to have to like really keep an eye out, especially with the reading we had last week, like beware of this person, of your close interpersonal relationships. And specifically, if you're having family drama, like you might want to take a step back for a specific reason. Now, you would know better than I, but with this King of Wands under this Eight of Wands, it's more of that hot and cold type of energy where somebody can't control the words that are flying out of their mouth. That's the main vibe. Now, yes, I went on this whole thing about the king, queen, and page, but this is just somebody that is like no filter. I saw it in the Gemini reading as well. Like somebody who's just letting the filter down, not controlling what they're saying. So in this time, you might have some sort of explosive message or talk with somebody where they just say a certain thing and you just let it rip. Okay, that's his vibe. Like someone just letting it rip, dropping truth bombs. That's how this vibe feels to me, because kings represent control of their respective suits. And this king in reverse, I mean, I got people in different modes here. Like we have somebody who's like lip zipped, lip sealed right here in the middle. And then into this king, it could be somebody completely shifting that, like going from quiet, not speaking their mind, to just explosive. Like, all right, you want to know what I really think? Here you go. And I did see that big shift in the beginning. Aquarius, this is an interesting reading for sure. So we're going to get into the shadow work. You know what? Let's do a quick recap here. Before we get into the shadow work, if you kindly look down in the box, a lot going on here, just like most Aquarius readings. But in position number 1, we got the Nine of Wands with the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. I felt like this is good. This could be some sort of sudden shift, a change, a karmic change where something felt grounded, felt rooted, felt heavy, but is changing for the better. So that feels good, especially if times have been a little rough for you, emotionally, physically, whatever it might be. In the center, we have the Queen of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. The communicator, the student. I feel if it's not family drama, that it could be somebody like lips zipped, or someone who's holding strong to a stance. Like, you know what, this is how I feel and I'm going to stick to it. Or this is what I believe and I'm going to stick to it. It's that rock solid belief or feeling. Moving to the back end, though, is completely different, because if we're looking at this as a progression or one person, one situation, this Eight of Wands with the King of Wands in reverse is somebody just letting it rip. So if we had someone that's been quiet, not talking, not speaking their piece, in the coming days and weeks, you might just like verbally undress somebody or just drop mega truth bombs, just like let it rip, just like I said. So beware that somebody might not have full control of their words in this time. So please take a screenshot of that. Let's get it going here. Yeah, the explosive talks, the explosive communications and messages with all this wand energy and upheaval. So let's see what's going on here. We're going to get into the Shadowland Tarot now real quick. See what shadows you might want to look into. Yeah, Aquarius, your readings every week, they're layered. So I wasn't expecting anything less. But for this portion of the reading, when we're looking at shadow work, tarot is an extremely important tool for that. You could do so many things with tarot cards. And this deck was illustrated in a dark way because it makes us look at the darker underbelly of these cards, which is what we're going to do. We're going to stare any shadows right in the face. Of course, only take it if it hits for you. But let's see what's up here for Aquarius. What shadows should they be looking at in this time, my gods? Yeah, and these shadow spreads have been really cool. Okay, yeah, it's being particular, which is a rare thing. Usually this deck is ready to go right away. Yeah, Queen of Cups. And I'm already seeing a tie-in with the reading we just had, especially with the Queen of Cups in position number 1. Let's get 2 more. Thank you. Yeah, Five of Wands. Let's get 1 more here. So the fiery energy showing up once again. Hopefully you don't have someone around you that is like looking for conflict. Okay. I mean, there it is, the Ten of Pentacles right here on the back end. So Another card that could represent the home front. Let's talk about these real quick, one by one. The darker side, once again. So I'm not being a fearmonger or anything, but if you look down in the box, position number 1, the Queen of Cups, some of you might have rough dealings with a mother figure. You might have scars from a water sign as well when we have the Queen of Cups. But the main energy I always think of with this card is somebody that is keeping their feelings within. And in the reading itself, when we had that Queen of Pentacles with the Page in reverse, and then the 8 of Wands with the King of Wands in reverse, it's like somebody who lets something build up, and then boom, just like that explosion. So in this time, if there is something that you're really holding in, like something that's not jiving with you, you might want to let off a little steam. You might want to release a little pressure in that regard. Or it could progress into this 5 of Wands that's coming up right next to it. This card, in its most positive sense, could be playing around, joking around, roughhousing. But it is that conflict. It's that beef. Every time you see this card, you see people beating the crap out of each other with sticks. So there might, if that's not what it is, if it's not somebody just letting it loose and causing conflict, hopefully there's not been somebody in your past that purposely likes to stir up conflict. Okay, if we're talking in regards to shadows, shadows could go back years and years and years. So if there is somebody in your life that is purposely or did purposely love to stir up conflict, drama with people around them, that might be something you need to deal with within still. There might still be scars in regards to that. Now, moving over to the 10 of Pentacles, it's one of the most positive cards in the deck, but as you know, this is another card that represents the home, represents the family. So maybe some of you have scars in regards to early childhood, early home life, family life that still need to be resolved, that still need to be worked on, especially in this time of the year. But it is solid and it's a little immovable too. So this could ask you to be a little more changeable in your beliefs from time to time. But big time throughout the whole spread, even the back end here, the family and close interpersonal relationships have been a big focus this week, Aquarius. So that's what I have for you, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the December subscriber surprise. For the December subscriber surprise, I'll be picking 3 lucky winners at random to either choose between a free personal reading with myself or a copy of the beautiful Tarot of Dreams. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments what tarot card makes you happy whenever you see it pop out in the spread. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.